You know, this society stereotype that every single lady that is 30 plus, you know, that they are lonely, incomplete, that they are desperate, it is inaccurate. It is very wrong and it is unfair. Not every lady that is 30 plus rejected husband. Not all of them are desperate. Not all of them are incomplete. They don't even, not all of them think like that. Yes, marriage is not your destiny. Marriage is a choice. Why some of these ladies actually, they have never been in a stable relationship, they've never been in a committed relationship, they've never heard the word, will you marry me? They've never found love, true love before. So to some, it's not actually their fault that they are still single at that age of 30 plus. You know, to some, it is a choice, like they don't even want it at all. Everything in this life is a choice. So this society stereotype that all single ladies of 30 plus, that something is wrong with them or something because they are not married, it is very, very bad and it needs to stop. Everything in this life is a choice, especially marriage. Before you begin to judge, you need to understand that grace is not a respecter of personality. Yes, everybody doesn't have the same grace and favor over their lives. Some had it easy in life. Yes, some people just, at the right time, they just got married, had their own children, building their careers. They just have that grace and luck on their side. But it's not like that for everybody. Yes, there are some ladies that actually rejected husbands in their early 20s, rejected husbands or up to their early 30s, and finally found their spec. There are people that did not even see husband from that their early 20s, even now to their early 30s. So everybody's life is not the same. So that generalization is really wrong. It needs to stop. It's not fair at all. Everybody's life is not the same. There are people that have even made the decision not to get married in their life, like from their early 20s. They just made that decision. Not like they did not see husband or they don't have suitors. They just made that decision that they don't want to get married ever. Some made that decision that they will not get married in their 20s, that it has to be in their 30s. Everything in this life is a choice. Yes. So this society stereotype, it needs to stop because it is unfair, especially to the ones that actually want their marriage but they did not see husband. It is unfair to even the ones that have just decided to not get married and focus on their careers. People will now be seeing them as the desperate, but my dear, it is not true. If you have a close relationship with some of these ladies in their middle 30s or early 30s or even in their late 30s that don't want to get married, they don't even care. They don't even see it as anything. Like they are not married, and so they don't see it as anything because it is their choice. They have decided to pursue their career, and a lot of them are doing very well. Like they are doing very well. You see a lot of them achieving great heights in their career, doing what they love doing, becoming a fulfilled woman. Yes, a lot of them. So there are people like that. That is why everything in this life is a choice. If you cannot judge a man, a young man in his 30s that cannot feed himself, doesn't have a source of income, doesn't even have a place of his own, then you don't have the rights, you don't have the audacity to judge any single lady in her 30s. Yes, because what the society expects a man to have achieved in his 30s and he hasn't achieved it, and the society is not saying anything about it, then you don't have the right to talk to the woman. Yes, because it's more like society has, their own rules, like expectations for everybody. A man in his 30s, there are some things you should have achieved, and a woman in your 30s, there are some things you have achieved. So if you cannot judge the man, then you shouldn't be able to judge the woman. You shouldn't have the right to judge the woman. If you believe and you have this sense of judgment that it is normal for a young man in his 30s not to be independent, you believe that it's okay for a man to still be depending on his parents in his 30s, then why do you think that a woman that is still single in her 30s has a problem? If you don't see a problem with a man in his 30s, you are not yet independent. Then why do you see a problem with the woman? This stigmatization and pressure that the society keeps putting on the women is making a lot of women enter into the wrong marriage out of desperation, out of what people will say, out of societal pressure and all those things. It is not good. It is so unfair and it needs to stop. Please, 30 is just a number. The world doesn't end at 30. Life doesn't end at 30. A woman at 30 still has a lot to do. Yes, she still has hope. A woman at 30 can still make the right choice. Yes. A woman at 30 can still locate her Mr. Right. So don't give up on yourself. Don't become a desperate. Don't begin to feel that you're incomplete just because you're 30 and you're not married. Don't allow any form of pressure from anybody, friends, family, society, to make you to make the wrong decisions in life and to make you to be able to jump into the wrong marriage, all because your friends are all married and you're not yet married. And so it doesn't mean everybody's life is not the same. Please, let's just stop making our ladies to make this mistake. But with all I've said, it doesn't mean that you should start rejecting husband, especially in your early 20s. So like I said, everybody's life is not the same. There are some people that, will have so many suitors in their 20s, and when they reject all of them, by the time they get to their 30s, they won't even see even one. You won't even see anybody that will tell them how far. That is why I keep saying everybody's life is not the same. There are people that didn't have suitors in their 20s, but they just focused on their life, they kept growing, pursuing their career, pursuing other things in their life, and before that 30 or in their early 30s, they were able to settle down. You understand? So everybody's life is not the same. Go with what works for you. Your grace and that your friend's grace is not the same. So please, if you have made a decision that you want to settle down and you find your match in your 20s, settle down. Don't say because age is not just a number, you just keep wasting your time. You might end up regretting it. So finally, in general, everything is a choice. Marriage is a choice, pursuing your career is a choice, staying single is a choice. But learn to make the right choice. That is all I have for today's episode. So thank you so much for watching my video today. Thanks so much for listening. And please, if you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe to my channel. Also like and comment on my videos. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next episode.